evening, everyone. Welcome to BIM Professional Family. Hope that you all had a good day. Today, our interactive section will be about introduction to BIM, and will be conducted by Mr. Ajit sir, who is a BIM manager with an experience of over 12 years in BIM industry. I welcome him to start our section.
Can I start, Hisham?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, team, for the introduction and for inviting me to share the space here. Thanks a lot. Hope I am audible. Is it?
Yeah, audible, sir. Audible.
Okay.
Yeah, audible.
Okay. It's my great pleasure and honor for me to contribute my thoughts and ideas on this event on the topic, what is BIM, as a part of BIM Career Event webinar. Good evening, all. Good evening, all members here. Thank you for giving your valuable time and energy here. Let me introduce myself. Apart from as team has introduced me, I'm BIM manager by profession. Working at this sector for last 10 to 12 years in the BIM field. I got good opportunity to work with great organizations like Pinnacle Infotech in Kolkata, Unisoft in Pune, BIMX in Cochin, Bhavan Group on Muscat, Infonic Engineering Services in Muscat and Trivandrum. Also, I am a co-founder of iBIM Solutions, which aims to empower engineers in the field of BIM, which provide online and offline training for the BIM sector. We have branches in Dubai, Muscat, and in Trivandrum. All right, now we shall jump into the topic. Before I begin, let me make a confession. Since I am unsure about the level of experience of the audience here, they might be a fresher or a middle level or experienced member. So I shall try my best to contribute such a way that will allow everyone will get some insight on the topic. So that is my intention here. Let me try for that. So what is BIM? We all know almost now all the construction industry members might have heard about this term BIM, even though they are not might be exposed to the technology, but they might have gone through this name BIM, which is so popular. So why this is so popular? What is BIM actually? What are the uses? What are the benefits? What are the challenges? A lot of questions which revolve around BIM technology. So let me present my screen for much visual presentation since we arrived to the virtual world BIM. Team, can I have that screen sharing option?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. If my screen is shared?
Let me check. Yes.
It's shared, right, fine, thanks. Thank you. So, my agenda is to offer a USB roadmap to develop a solid fundamental understanding on what is BIM. So I'll cover some of the topic like definition of BIM, what are the uses of BIM, who benefits from BIM, is Revit and BIM is same thing, what are the challenges in BIM, some common terminology which we want to know, that is level of development, BIM dimensions, what are the BIM standards, BIM versus traditional project delivery system, future of BIM, and career opportunity on BIM. Finally, we'll do question and answers. Let me try to complete some outline on this structure in my speculated time. Okay. So, definition of BIM. There are different definitions of BIM if you see on BIM dictionary or RIBA or Autodesk. Since BIM is an evolving project, so it's having different definition, but although everything meaning is same. By definition, BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. It is the process or concept to create object with all the physical and functional characteristics, functional properties, making it a 3D representation of the actual component before it actually builds. It allows to create manage, store information which can be used for the project for throughout the life cycle of the building. So that is by definition. So more than going to the definition, we'll go in depth, we'll understand ourselves if I'm moving to the other steps. So what are the uses of BIM? For me, the prominent use of BIM is collaboration. What is collaboration? Two or more people working together towards a shared goal is called collaboration. By introducing BIM, it makes us for mingling all the team members in the project to have an effective collaboration, unlike the traditional method where you can see in this image 2D data exchange, where it is not possible for members to have effective collaboration because everyone is working in different files, and we need to collect it all and to check if there is any duplicate. Lot of miscommunication happened that way. But since BIM has arrived, it became a streamlined communication process. Everyone is working at the same database, so everyone is getting a streamlined information. There is no communication gap is happening. So collaboration is one of the main advantage of usage of the BIM. I'm going only not on depth because this is just a roadmap. We will have to go for in particular classes for definite uses. The second use, which majorly I think considered, is visualization, better visualization. It helps, since BIM is a 3D representation, we get a 3D view. So it is much easier for a person to understand how their design look like before it actually construct. We can have a walkthrough. We can have a walkthrough through the building to understand how it constructed, how the placement of the equipments are there, if any changes needed. Lot of things can be done by 3D view. So it is better for us. It is always better for us to have a visual impact. I hope I am audible. I'm getting some voice from the background. I request all members to keep mute so that. Okay. Team, can you mute all members, or I need to do that? I'm getting some voice from the background. Okay, fine. So thank you. So rendering is other feature by which it is easy for us to understand about how the building looks. It is good for marketing purpose. We can have a rendering which is having a much realistic view. So that is also one of the usage. We can see here how it is very visualized for us to have a visual impact and to go through this building before it really construct. So that gives a feeling of virtual impact of BIM in the construction industry. Prominent use, the other one is clash detection. It is mainly a great use for general contractors. Unlike before, we make drawings in 2D platform, and if we make that as a coordination drawing, there is a much chance that it might not work in the site because there is no other tool which authorize that it is a coordinated file. But since the emergence of BIM, we can use the softwares like Naviswork and all, where we can detect the clashes. For example, you can see in this picture, there is a clash between duct and beam. So it is easy for that detection.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you share the screen? Not seeing the screen.
Oh, screen share is not happening.
Oh. Can you?
How is it now?
Okay. Okay.
So
Now
is
see.
the screen is not shared before, or now it is fine?
Okay. Now see.
Hope this screen is shared before. Okay. So I was talking about the clash detection, the advantage of usage of clash detection, and We can have we can detect the clashes between duct and beam or anything by usage of the softwares like Naviswork and all. Hisham, I'm getting some information like admit. So can I do that actually from my end? Members to admit from my end, or I'll lose the sharing option. Okay, let me admit because I'm afraid if I'm losing my sharing screen.
Okay.
If my screen is shared now?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fine, so no problem. So, all right, so I'll admit members to join, and I think screen is shared. Okay, fine. So, clash detection is a much advantage for general contractor. So, they can have a report, they can have a meeting to understand the severity of the clashes, like is it critical, moderate, or low, and we can arrive for a solution. So that makes much easier for the coordination process. The other use, better productivity. Yeah, of course. See, since BIM is actually a centralized platform, it relies on the concept like single source of truth for all building information. It is not different. Means the same data we are generating for floor plans, we are generating for elevations, for sections, for scheduling and all. It is not different files. So for example, if you remove a door from a building, it will immediately remove from the relevant floor plan sections, schedules and all. If you change the design, it will reflect on all the drawings automatically. So that is a bidirectional function of the BIM. Unlike before, were in CAD process, these all files were different. So it is not having any relationship between these files. But since the emergence of BIM, it is easy for us, and we can rely the information. So because of that, it becomes like a lesser RFIs and change orders, because people can have an effective view on the building. And as I mentioned, sections, quantity takeoff, drawing and all are synced. It is the same file. We are getting data, and it is cost effective, it is time effective, and it is much reliable information. So it ultimately makes for better productivity. You can see in this graph, before BIM applying of 2D workflow, it takes a lot of time for documentation and coordination. But whereas after the emergence of BIM, it became more easier. Documentation and coordination become much lesser in time, by which the project completion time has become 50 to 80% lesser. Though BIM will take more time at the initial phase, but on the long run, it become more effective. For operation and maintenance, it is much good for facility management. They can do a good maintenance management, space management, energy management, COBE incorporation. The person who don't know about COBE stands for Construction Operation Building Information Exchange, which is much needed for facility management. So these informations are added to the components. So there is a link between this information like warranty, manufacturer, like that's such information which is needed for facility managers. That can be taken from the data. So that makes a facility manager much of ease for their job. It can be used for space management and all. For designers, it's a great help because they can get the data from the BIM and to analyze for energy efficient building, to make a building energy efficient, to use the effective usage of material. It makes them more transparency for getting the information, design control with reliable information, energy efficient building, low cost, effective material usage, green building analysis. It helps for them make to a green building analysis for getting LEED certificate. So that is much easier for design engineers now, because data are to and fro flowing to the BIM, by which they can analyze their designs. You can see here airflow analysis. So by which they can understand where to put the diffuser, where is the hot area and all. So much easier for the design engineers by usage of BIM. Point cloud, the members, it is actually, I think in UK, majority of the building, they have made mandatory to make it into the 3D BIM. Lot of building which is not having any floor plans or 3D model, they can use the laser or sonar scanner by which a point cloud is generated. You can see in this image, this is generated from the scanner. So then it can be converted to BIM or 3D model. That is called also scan to BIM, point cloud scan to BIM and all, which is having a great job opportunity nowadays, because a lot of countries has made BIM as mandatory, and a lot of building which is not done with the BIM platform at before, they can use this technology to make turn that building into a 3D model. They can put that laser and get the point cloud and to transfer to BIM to make it as a 3D model. So these are main users which I understand. Let us move to the question: who benefits from the BIM? As you know, by the definition itself, the BIM is from the throughout the life cycle of the construction. You can see from the programming, conceptual design, detailed design, analysis, documentation, fabrication, construction in 4D and 5D. I'll come to that later. Construction logistics, operation maintenance, demolition, renovation. So this is throughout the cycle of the construction. These all areas BIM is involved. Means all the members, right from the owner, general contractor, architect, structural engineer, detailer, mechanical engineer, fabricator, site engineer, erector. Everyone get the benefit of from the BIM. When I am talking about BIM in the construction, it is not only restricted to construction. BIM is vast, which might be there for bridges, in large infrastructures, railways and all. Since I am from the background of construction, I am just focusing only on that area. All right. So benefits throughout the members, whoever involved in the construction industry, right from the beginning of the programming to the operation, maintenance and demolition. There's a question always I hear, like, is BIM is the software? That's a misconcept actually. BIM is not a software. It is not. BIM is a process or a concept. And there are tools like Autodesk, Revit, a lot of tools like softwares, CATIA, Tekla, SketchUp, ArchiCAD. There are a lot of softwares which help for the BIM platform. So BIM is a process or technology, and there are tools and softwares is others. It is not same. Both are not same. For example, CAD. What is CAD? CAD is not AutoCAD. Actually, that means computer aided design drafting. That is a technology, and AutoCAD is a tool which helps for that process. Same way, BIM is a process, and there are softwares like Revit and all, Bentley, EcoSim, Tekla, StatPro, which helps for getting into the BIM platform, which is a tool. There are a lot of softwares, by the way, so we can study, we can learn that software as per our requirement. Next is the main thing here. Sorry for slide. The challenges in the BIM. The person who are working in the BIM really will understand what I'm talking about now. Challenges. Owners just requesting BIM only because technology vendor has promoted never-ending BIM benefits. Means the owner don't know actually the usage, but they just implemented BIM because that makes a mandatory by someone or by the government terms, but they don't know what is the actual scope. Let me share one of the story here. I have experience. I made we made actually a project with LOD 350, having all clash coordinated, made all the information like Kobe details incorporated, and added support and all. And for the final stage for that handover, when I went to abroad for a presentation, a member from the design area asked me to zoom to a door. when I'm presenting that model. So I thought, why? Anyway, I zoomed to the door. Then he asked me to zoom to the handle. I was surprised, but I zoomed to that handle. And he asked, why there is no screw in the handle? Very tough, no? So to deal with such persons actually. Because yeah, it might be needed, not because for this project. For a manufacturer company, it might be that much detail is needed. But if you do that much detail in the BIM for a construction industry, it won't complete in a time. It will take years, isn't it? So the owner should understand actually what is the requirement, what is the use of BIM for them, and to define the scope. It is easier for us than to execute. Poor communication, indeed, poor communication means, as I described earlier, BIM is a collaboration mode. So communication is a key skill here. There should be no delay in the communication. Lot of people are involved in this practice. So communication should be steady and organized, which is not happening. So that is also challenges in the BIM at present. Lack of workflow. People are not knowing what is the actual practice, what is the actual workflow. Too much BIM, too less BIM. There should be a balance. Unclear scope. Scope should be exactly defined. Yes, this is the other thing, major thing. Poor quality model, unnecessary band, wrong routing. 3D means I have seen a lot of times actually members do the model. They do a 3D clash-free model, but in reality, if water in the pipe will commit suicide rather than going to the destination point. Why? Because the pipe has taken in that such a way in a zigzag manner, water will think before going to the destination I will commit suicide. That way the people are routing, but it is clash-free. So that is not a right practice, isn't it? So we should have value engineering concept when you are modeling. Unrealistic schedule and budget. Of course, a lot of time it happens like a client asked to complete work in 2 days, whereas the work it will take 2 months. They themselves know, but unrealistic schedule, and people will put 10 members, but it won't help anything. It will only collapse for the process. So that is also one of the challenges here. We should have a realistic schedule and budget. That should be talked in the kickoff meeting, and you have to have an understanding between client and you. New technology need initial investment for additional training and support. Of course, that is needed. A lot of time it happened like people think directly we'll put people to freshers into the project and they will learn themselves. That is not the way. We should train them for some basic things first of all. Then it is possible for them to understand from their ideas. But the basic training should be there. Either the company have to give or they have to get it from the outside. Basic training. It's not like first hands-on with the project. That will kill. Why? Because the project is not limited to one person. There are a lot of members who is working relying on that data. So something happening, mismatch in the data will collapse for the entire project. Lack of good infrastructure. Yes. I think BIM need at least 16 GB, 8 GB to 16 GB RAM, 4 GB graphics and all. But still people are not investing much on the infrastructure. They are working on 4 GB RAM and all. So it make a mess. Poor risk management, unrealistic resource management, no track on change orders. Of course, that is the other major issue here. We used to get inputs at the delivery time also. This should be planned in the right way, organized way. We have to get the inputs in the right time. It's not like that you keep on getting inputs and we keep on delivering the BIM. It is not possible. You have to plan. For that planning, the work have to get the input data which is needed for BIM should be organized and to send in a timely manner. Much required. Undefined project closure criteria. People know how to get the project, but much time it is unaware about how to close the project. They keep on doing people, the client will ask to do some minor things and all, and a lot of time will go away. So it is not a right way. We should start with the end in my mind, end in our mind. That should be there. That should be clearly defined. Copyright issue, model is transferred, many people involved. A clear standard codes not available to follow in BIM or not having opportunity to learn it. There are a lot of standards in the BIM, but there is very limited organization which keep use of that standards. It's getting in lot of standard which I'll share later. A vast subject, don't know where to begin. Unfortunately, not many institutions have industrial expert as faculty to guide. There are a lot of organizations, institutions outside, but if you ask who is the faculty might be team. I'm getting a message that free and meeting will end in 10 minutes. Just have a check. Okay. So it makes industrial like if you ask who is the faculty, then it is they might be a fresher. Then how they can teach for students? So people have to check who are the faculty. You rather than going for the certificate, skills set will be you have to get a skill set, which is possible only if you are learning from expert members. So please check on that. And even I saw a lot of institutions where they are teaching a lot of software at a time itself, which is not, in my view, it is not good. Might be they're thinking that there will be a good opportunity for all the persons to if you get into all the trades, but that is not practically possible. You'll become jack of all trades and master of none. So you should be specific. Team, is there any time restriction?
Yeah, 30 minutes we are conducting this section.
How much time is remaining now?
Almost 30 minutes. Over.
No, over. So let me wind up actually, because it's not much on level of development, dimensions, standards. I think that will be different classes anyway. So yeah. Okay, better I'll conclude. Okay, future of BIM is very much because a lot of countries has taken BIM as a mandatory. So get the basics first, or you can check on blogs, YouTube channel and all, or get training from the experts who have industrial experience, by which you will be getting job or like BIM engineer, modeler, coordinator, lead, consultant, manager. Lot of works are available. They are getting good salary also. You can Google it. You'll understand a great value salary package they are getting in India as well as in abroad. Since time is restricted, I'm not going for in depth for those all, but you can use this material for your guideline for the roadmap for understanding about BIM. Thank you all, and I'm just concluding myself here. Any questions and answers I'll be able to attend now. Let me share, give the host to my team. I'm stopping my screen here. I made a team as a host.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Hope you enjoyed this class. If anyone has any queries, you can directly ask.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? I have a doubt.
I think everyone is clear with the concept. There is no doubts.
Yeah.
Sir, for getting a job in this field, someone asked Abu to everyone. Okay. Getting a job in this field, yes, of course, Abu, actually, you not need any much time for that. I think much of the institutions, they are teaching on 2 to 3 months. but make sure that you are getting from an expert faculty. You don't go for the certificate. Yes, of course, certificate is needed, but just check actually if you are getting right skill set, because anyway you have to pass the interview, or you want to show your expertise when your interview is conducting. So get it from a right person. That is only the advice I can give to you. But just check actually there are institutions. It will take 1 to 2 months. Thank you. Thank you, Abu. You can check the website ibimsolutions.info, where we are also conducting online classes by this month 15th, 10th or 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can submit your feedback in the comment box.
Abu, actually, our company is there. Actually, we are giving online and offline training. So you can check the website www.ibimsolutions.info. Please put a feedback. We will be sending a feedback form through the team. Give us a feedback. It will be good for us to upgrade ourselves. Yes.
Okay. Let me conclude this section, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Thank you all for sparing time. Good night. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good night. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.